Hi, and welcome to the What's Cooking Show. I'm your host today, Joey Quibido with Cash Saver and Piggly Wiggly here in Opelousas.
And I'm Chef Jason Hugay with the Steamboat Warehouse here in Washington, Louisiana. Today we have a very special guest, Ms. Renee Brown. She's going to be talking about Smoked Meat Festival today. So, Ms. Renee, let us know real quick what you're going to be making for us and give us a little idea what ingredients we're going to be using today.
Today we are going to be making a Tasso and quinoa salad. And our ingredients are fresh corn on the cob, because this is the time of year where corn is out. Yes. We have black beans, cherry tomatoes, a little bit of onion tops, and we're doing a turkey Tasso because I'm just using healthy ingredients. So we went a step further and using another healthy ingredient, smoked meat, which is turkey. A lot of our local places now, B&S, Teats, all these great markets, Paul's Meat Market, they have turkey Tasso now, and it's fantastic.
It's delicious.
Yes,
Very nice.
It's a good alternative.
All right, she's going to make us a nice dish for us today, and so join us back for more What's Cooking.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We're here again with Ms. Renee Brown. We're talking about the Smoked Meat Festival. We're going to get a lot of information about that today. But right now, Renee, what are we doing to begin our dish?
To begin our dish, the first thing we do is we get our quinoa going. Quinoa is a grain. It's an ingredient that's sold in your grocery stores, usually around the rice section. And it's a superfood. It's very healthy for you. It's packed with protein. It's fantastic. We take the quinoa and you use 2 liquids to 1 grain. So if you use a cup of quinoa, you use 2 cups of chicken broth, beef broth, or vegetable broth. Yeah. And we added a little bit of fresh onions in it because it will flavor that delicious quinoa, and a little bit of garlic. And we put this cooking in a rice cooker. It's awesome. Another good way to use our rice cooker.
People at home, not a lot of people around here really know
Are familiar
much
with
about
quinoa.
And I'm sure a lot of people, you say the word quinoa, and they're like, what are you talking about? It sounds like potpourri or something.
It does. It does, and it has a very unusual spelling of it. But a lot of people nowadays are learning that they have type 2 diabetes. They are trying to watch their weight. They're trying to take care of themselves. Yeah. Yes. Or they're getting older, like some of us, and wiser, and are just trying to improvise and make better selections. And this you can use in place of rice. Anywhere you use rice, you could put etouffee over it, but you can do your meatball stew like we did last week. But today, we're actually going to use it in a salad, and it's fantastic.
I've seen it more ways in a salad than anything else.
Cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've even stuffed it in peppers before to make a delicious pepper stuffing. It's fantastic.
You were telling us a little story earlier off camera about how you were introduced to quinoa.
Yes,
kind of tell that story?
We went to Napa Valley a few years ago, and when you visit the smaller wineries, a lot of times you get to sit down, visit with the owners, and they prepare little meals for you and snacks. And they made a delicious, they called it a birthday quinoa salad. And it had all the beautiful vegetables like red bell peppers, green zucchini, yellow squash, all these beautiful colors. Yes, and all those colors look like confetti in this salad. Just a little olive oil, a little red wine vinegar, seasoning, and we ate it, and it was fantastic. And when I saw my husband get up and go for a second serving, I knew it was going to be good. And so we have been incorporating it in our meals, because I do have a best friend that cannot eat rice and corn and all these great things, but she does substitute with a lot of quinoa, and it's fantastic.
Very simple.
So I'm moving on in my little recipe here. We were sauteing some turkey Tasso, and I'm gonna add in this fresh corn that I took this morning and I steamed it in the microwave, a whole corn on the cob.
You can tell it's fresh because you can tell it's been cut off the cob.
Yes.
Not canned, it's not out of
and it's fantastic. And we're gonna take the black beans. I like to warm it all up because I find that it releases some of the natural flavors. And I don't know if cooking quinoa the corn makes it a little sweeter.
I see how you did that. You mix quinoa and corn in the same word.
And because of all this delicious black beans and this tasso, you have a lot of protein going on. So this should fill you up.
I love some black beans.
I do
I really do.
Oh, yeah.
one of my favorite things to incorporate in salads and meals. I just love black beans. So we just added the black beans and corn, and we want to crisp them up. You know, a lot of people got away from eating corn for so long because they just looked at it as being not really a vegetable anymore.
More of a starch kind of thing.
Yes, but what people don't realize is that corn has vitamin A and vitamin B that we really need, and it's a fantastic source of fiber.
I like to keep simple with corn, just a little bit of butter, real butter, salt, and black pepper.
So do I.
Butter corn is simple, especially
You are
fresh
right.
corn like that.
And we love, my kids grew up eating fresh corn on the cob. If you take it and soak it in the sink for a little while so that the water can trickle through the leaves of the corn, leave it just like this, soak it, put it in your microwave for about 8 minutes,
Comes off
9
very
minutes.
easy, yeah.
Comes off very easy. You just season it, rub a little butter, and it's a fresh,
Done.
healthy snack. Nothing better than fresh and organic.
Yeah.
You see, that's what we call organic around here when you get it fresh.
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, now the time is year where you see a lot of cornfields coming up, and I mean, we in St. Landry Parish, we got
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Fresh corn, and you see a lot
St. Martin, all the
of
parishes
corn
around
shoes
here,
being
yeah.
made.
It's true.
Corn
Well,
and
we've
crab
got
bisque.
this toasted up just enough, and our tasso is looking tender now.
It's beautiful.
And we're
Now-
gonna let it sit a minute and kind of cool off a little bit. And then we'll start incorporating everything into our
Okay,
salad
Mr.
here.
Renee, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and talk about the Smoked Meat Festival coming up this weekend.
We are so excited. It's finally here. We've moved it up for the first time. It's never been the beginning of June. It's always been the end. So this year, it's the first weekend of June, the 2nd and the 3rd. We have a big carnival that we've incorporated. It's only our 2nd year with a carnival, so the kids have rides and fun things to do.
Right.
Our carnival sells the bracelet, so you ride, you pay one price, and you ride all day, all night.
Wow.
Lots of fun for the kids.
Lots of bands, everything. y'all
Oh,
got
we have
going.
live bands. We have, on Friday night, we have Wicked Waters, and then we have Hit and Run. Wicked Waters is a rock country band. So
Really?
we're kicking up the show with some rock and a little country, but the night ends with Hit and Run. They're out of the New Orleans area, and they do a lot of 70s, 80s, 90s.
Nice.
So it's gonna be so much fun. Then Saturday, we have as our live entertainment, y'all very own from this area, One Trick Pony.
One Trick
So we're
Pony.
so
I heard them.
excited. They are
Yeah,
fantastic.
I don't know where, but we heard from them.
So we're gonna have a little rock and roll going on with them to start the show, and to close the festival and the night, we have Aaron Tippin, Nashville
Yeah,
star,
that's
coming in.
He's a major star.
He
Like,
is. Lots of great hits. We're so excited. And so far, talking to him and his crew on the phone, they seem to be really down-to-earth, good Southern people. We're so excited to have them.
Now, Renee, I have to be careful this week because Jason's back from vacation, and he's watching everything I do, every word I say.
like that meatball
So
meat
we
stew.
just watch it, Jason. We just want to remind everybody at home that all the fresh ingredients that Miss Renee is using here today can be found at your local Piggly Wiggly stores or Cash Saver here in Opelousas. And addresses and phone numbers?
8410 Highway 182 North. You can call them there at 948-9427, or you can call the Cash Saver, which we got all the ingredients this morning, me and Joey. It's 1305 Heather Drive, and you can call them at 948-8199. Now, that's how it's done.
I'm so glad to have
Just
you
letting
back,
you know.
Jason. I
I
love
watched
Maureen
the
to
show
death,
from
but
last week.
we work together.
Right. Well, it's time for a break. So
Yes,
go
let's
ahead and
take a
do
break.
that, and we can talk about the meatball meat stew from
You
last
got
week.
it. Join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, we have Miss Renee Brown with us with the Smoked Meat Festival, and she's cooking a nice, unusual salad for her, but it's smelling delicious. Where we at, Miss
Thank
Renee?
you. We have just finished sauteing all our beautiful vegetables, the black beans, the fresh corn, and our tasso. We're letting it cool just a bit, and we're about to combine everything in our bowl and mix it with a delicious lime cilantro dressing. And I'll tell you what all those delicious ingredients are.
This
Okay.
has got some of my favorite things in the world.
We have extra
Cilantro.
virgin olive oil. It's maybe 2 or to 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, about a lime and a half of fresh juice, And then we chopped up a little bit of cilantro and some red onions to
like
really
salt and pepper
flavor
in
this,
there.
and a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're gonna combine all these beautiful ingredients in just a minute. We still have a lot of good fresh ingredients because we have onion tops here, we have fresh cilantro in here, and then we have these delicious cherry tomatoes that are sweet. That's one of my favorite things about this. It's kind of salty
But
sweet.
I like this because it's gonna add a little bit of freshness to it, like the lime and the cilantro itself.
yes,
It just
yeah.
whatever you put cilantro in, it just kind of stands out. It pops. Like
It does, it does. It has such a different flavor. My dad picked up one weekend. He cooked a big catfish couvillon for everybody, and he called me. He says, I
Don't
think
tell
I
me to put the
grabbed
wrong
cilantro
stuff, not
instead
parsley."
of
Instead of the
parsley.
parsley.
I said, well, we are about to have a whole new flavor to this
And
couvillon.
it may still be great.
I think it
Yeah.
would be, but you know, I just said they're not the same.
No,
and
no,
it's
no.
amazing how much they look alike.
Always read, because if you buy the flat leaf parsley in the store, it looks exactly like cilantro.
but you
I mean,
can
just pick it up.
smell
If you
it
pick it up and smell it, it smells like soap. That's
That's
cilantro.
exactly, and that's
Smells like soap.
exactly when I first tasted cilantro. I kept saying Dawn dish liquid. Not that I've ever eaten it, but it's the first thing
When you
that
was a
came to
kid,
mind.
wash your
yes,
mouth out with soap.
Probably so.
Miss Renee, for those that are just joining us, tell us what's in the rice cooker.
We have in the rice cooker a delicious grain that we're using today, quinoa. You can use quinoa in the substitute as a rice in place of rice or pasta. This is a grain, it's a superfood, and it's got about 6 grams of protein in it. It's very, very healthy, good for you. They're actually calling it a superfood now.
Really? Okay.
So it's
Wow, nice.
fantastic. And we're also using turkey today in our smoked meat. We're using fresh corn on the cob, black beans, which is another vegetable packed with protein.
So we're cooking healthy today, basically.
We are having a very healthy dish, but it's not going to taste like
Not
health.
healthy.
It's going to have
No,
such a
it's-
good
'cause
flavor.
I mean, we even use the 33% less sodium
Yes.
chicken broth.
I always do. That way, you know,
It's
we're
not too
Cajuns.
salty
We
and all
like
that
to
stuff.
season things. And your tasso, a lot of times to
Has
cure your
seasoning
meat,
on it.
has some salt
salt.
and stuff in it too. So this just lets you control that sodium that you have. Well, we're about to take everything and combine it in our delicious dressing that we have here. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody about the Smoked Meat Festival.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more
Let's
about
do
that.
that.
Ooh, our favorite part about the Smoked Meat Festival is food. We have the World Championship Smoked Meat Cook-Off that takes place on Saturday. People start arriving to start cooking about 5 in the morning to get those pits really smoky and good. And we have this year, I think 24 or 25 teams that are participating. And we have about 100 dishes this year that'll be entered.
Wow.
We have both the
hard
amateur.
to judge.
It is, but we have 2 different divisions, so people are not very intimidated.
Yeah.
We do have an amateur
You
division.
gotta have that. you know.
Oh yes, and it makes it so much fun.
Yeah.
And then we have the professional division, so people can come from either background and participate.
So what's some of the craziest concoctions you've seen people put together, winners or not winners, either way? Just some really crazy thing over the years. I'm sure you've seen
Over the
some
years,
really
we have seen some amazing things.
like combinations.
I mean, of course, we saw sausage bread that they took and just did marvelous things with bread because you can travel now with a little baby convection oven. Another thing that was unusual was we've had a cheesecake, a sausage and Tasso cheesecake that had a delicious homemade pepper jelly topping on it.
Grand champion winner.
Grand champion winner with that, thank you. But we've also had very unique items. People take seafood and stuff it with very unique things. They bring wild game. Game is one of our categories.
Right.
And we have eaten some delicious goose, ducks, all kinds of great things that have been put into the competition. And it is a tough decision. Everybody has been trying so hard.
Now, if you've actually been to the
goodness.
if you've ever tuned in last week to the show, the guy Damien who did the meatball stew. I wasn't, of course, I wasn't here, but I was in Florida, and it just my mouth just watered. So it's something so simple like that can actually be
Is
a
that
grand
meat-
champion,
meatball
correct?
stew?
Yeah.
That's right, the meatball
meat
stew.
stew.
The
Well, no, I
meatball
meat in
meat
it. What can I
stew.
say?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of meat, but it's
And that
it's meatballs.
is, you know what that is? That's an example of something that we eat often here in our area, but how many times have we added Tasso or actually smoked
the
meatballs.
Like
That's
just sometimes
what's
just the
unusual.
smallest little things that you do to tweak it make it so much more.
It's true. And if you're a participant in our smoked meat contest, hence the word smoked meat, because that's what our judges are. That's where
Looking
your
for,
most
right,
points are on that smoked flavor. So we remind everybody, try to
Make sure.
smoke all the ingredients you can, and
Yeah.
people do. They smoke cheese, they smoke all their vegetables, they smoke as many things as they can, and it's so awesome.
So many categories do they have? Like we say, wild game. Do they have like
They
soup,
have
or-
they have 6 categories. It is poultry, game, tasso, andouille sausage, barbecue, and seafood. Those
Yeah.
are our categories. And let me tell you, people come up with some wonderful things. They've even done smoked crab cakes where they smoke the
Yeah.
crab and they smoke everything on the pit. It's fantastic that the smoky flavors.
Well, that kind of competition, it just kind of, it gives you an opportunity for your imagination to just go wild. So you can, like we do the gumbo cook-off, things like
Right,
that.
yeah.
So you kind of limited. You have seafood gumbo and you have chicken and sausage. So you don't have a lot of room to get like really super creative. But the way y'all do it, you can just, let your mind wander. Like how big is your imagination?
Great.
You know,
It's
and
true.
you can, so many, ways
It's
you
fun.
can do things
Smoke
to make it.
something.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it just makes it more fun and everything. So
Smoke corn on the cob and everything else.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's,
so again, let's talk about
What we're doing today.
Let's talk about Piggly Wiggly first.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
okay.
We're gonna do that next segment.
all
How about
the
that?
stuff she's using here today can be found at the 2 stores here in Opelousas. Or actually, Scott has also the Big League in Scott, and Rain and Church Point. Have all the stores over there, so you can buy those ingredients there. With the 2 locations here in Opelousas, with the Cash Savers outside.
1305 Heather Drive. That's where Joey's at.
That's
Cash
right.
Saver. So if you want to call them up and see if they have any ingredients that you need for the Smoked Meat Festival, and
Yes.
you don't know if they
Anything
have
else,
it, you can call them at 948-8199, or you can call Miss Paula.
Mhm.
Paula's in the North
Lovely
Store.
wife.
Lovely wife, 8410 Highway 182 North. She's gonna be in Destin, Florida pretty soon. And
Yeah,
anyway,
2 trips and I'm staying home.
so
Must
anyway,
be nice. Y'all go to Florida, I know. What's up with that?
Well, just call Maureen. She'll let you know. Yeah. So let's, I tell you what, let's take our last little break.
Okay.
And we'll come back and we'll have Renee put our dish together and we can all taste it
Sample.
out.
Okay,
how's that?
sounds
Yes.
great. So join us back. More What's Cooking.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Okay, we're here with Miss Renee Brown, and we're making this delicious quinoa salad, and I think we're going to
Put it all
finish it up.
together.
Let's do this.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Our meat mixture with our fresh vegetables have cooled down, so we're going to add them to our beautiful sauce that we have here, our dressing.
This is going to be great. This is gonna be
Putting
fun.
this in. Next, we're going to add our quinoa, and then we're going to put in our fresh ingredients with the tomato and the onion tops. And here's our
Now,
quinoa.
Jason and myself always come to the cooking show hungry. So we're ready to
Oh
eat.
my goodness, yes. And it's right now it's a perfect time for brunch.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. It
because
is
somebody's got
actually
the camera.
10:40.
Yes, yes.
Since the cameraman messed us up.
We had
this morning.
to wait a little bit this morning.
Now
so
we're starving.
yes, we're really hungry today. So I'm adding the fresh tomatoes, the onion tops. The
dressing.
quinoa is gorgeous. I got the multi-grain, so it's got beautiful color in
Yes.
here. And now we're gonna toss this all together, and then we'll plate it. Now again, our quinoa, we cooked with the onions and some garlic, just to make sure that it had good flavor to it. And we're
Wow.
mixing this all up. I think we've coated everything.
This is actually the perfect time of year to do this also.
Perfect time of the year.
Because you
Yes.
can get many of these fresh
Tell you what, there you go.
veggies,
Yes, I do.
especially corn right now.
Oh, definitely.
And it is fantastic. And you can make a big batch of this. And because we've added the meat to it, we've actually created an entree.
Yeah, you have a whole
We've made
meal.
this, yes, exactly.
You have your
We've
meat.
made an entree out of this and not just a salad.
Right.
And this is our beautiful dish.
Very, very nice. And again,
It's
tell
very
us more
beautiful.
about the Smoked Meat Festival coming up this weekend.
Well, we are excited about the Smoked Meat Festival. It's going to be here soon, in like 4 days. And this year, for the first time ever, we're using the beautiful pavilion that they have built behind the Civic Center. It's a huge structure, so it's protecting us from rain and the heat. And we have big fans underneath, so it should be able to keep everyone cool. We built a brand new stage this year. So we have our new stage that we're going to be inducting
There you
into the beautiful pavilion.
Grand opening.
So we're so excited about it. So we have live music, we have carnival rides for the kids, we have the cooking contest that's going to be going on. Lots of fun things.
To keep you entertained.
And during the day, we also have a little washerboard tournament that will be happening after the
Nice.
cook-off.
I like that.
So it's going to be fun. We have a
Yeah.
lot of people that love to play washerboard. You can challenge your favorite team. We'll be doing a Top Chef challenge for the first time this year because it's our
Oh,
25th
Jason.
anniversary.
Really?
We have 4 baskets that will have all 4 different ingredients. People can sign up during the day to play. We'll pull 4 names and then they'll pull each a number for their basket and they have 30 minutes to create a
Create
dish.
whatever's in the
And
basket.
there will be already
So-
cooked smoked meat in it.
So a mini chopped.
It'll be a
So-
little mini chopped smoked meat session. And we'll come up
Where's your
with some
chance, Jason?
stuff.
Jump in.
You see, I mean, it's
I'm gonna
going
have
to
to
be
take off Saturday.
fun. Look,
Yeah,
I'm going to have to
Saturday.
take off. But it's going to be fun to incorporate all these things because
Yeah.
this is our 25th year. And this year's theme is culture, which is smoked meat, and heroes, which are our veterans. And we have a beautiful opening
Nice.
ceremony at noon on Saturday where we honor veterans from all backgrounds in the military, whether you're in the Navy, Marine, Army, or
Air Force.
You can come out and celebrate and enjoy our beautiful opening ceremony where we do a dedication to our veterans.
That's awesome. I
Yeah,
love that
very
part.
nice. Very,
That's
very
great
nice.
because
Yeah,
you got to
definitely.
pay your respects.
And hopefully the weather will hold out for y'all.
If it does, great. If it doesn't, again, we are under a beautiful covered pavilion, so we should be safe
So no
regardless.
worries, right.
I
No
think
worries at all.
Just fun.
I'm going to pretend we have no worries. So yes, that's what we're planning.
And Jason, we have to tell everybody how they can get a copy of this recipe, and I'll be glad to tell them if it's okay with you.
Okay, 1, 2,
Okay.
3, go.
You just go to kdcg.com and click on the What's Cooking Show, and I did it good.
You did
'cause-
great.
Yeah,
I'm
because
proud
you're
of
here
you.
this week. And just click on that, and all the recipes done today and before here.
Yep.
All
Many to
be
choose
found.
from, or they can call me, or come by here, and
Yes.
or go to the website.
Or
like you
Facebook.
said, go to your office.
Oh, yeah, either store.
And we'll be sharing it also on our
Yes.
Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook
Nice,
and on
nice.
Facebook, so you can get that. So
Really, really nice. So I
so-
guess we get to enjoy a nice, good salad right now.
I can't wait.
Yes.
I might even open a bottle of Chardonnay.
What?
This makes Tuesday even better.
All the stuff I said earlier I had to do, I might not do it.
Yeah, it might wait a little while, huh? Renee, tell us one more time real quickly, all the preliminaries for this weekend.
We have on Friday and Saturday coming up, June 2nd and 3rd, the 25th annual Smoked Meat Festival. Live music, entertainment. We have our beautiful World Championship cook-off. We have fun activities all day long. Closing the show is Aaron Tippin Nashville store for
Headline.
only $10
Cool.
to get in at the
You
festival.
can't see Aaron Tippin for $10.
I know, it's awesome. And children 12 and under are free, but we do have the carnival that's available for them.
Nice. Well, thank y'all so much for watching What's Cooking Show, and join us back next week, and we'll have another really nice guest.